You were imagined.
Oh, okay. We're live. Okay. All right, back to regular session, the Legislative Rules and Governmental Operations Committee meeting. No actions were taken during executive session. And all business before this board, as far as the Board of Elections goes, is finished. Next. Legislative agenda. I guess I have a new one. Okay, goes right to the computer usage policy. And this is the third meeting on the topic. And I know we beat this one pretty good. And you have copies of the revised version. So, I'll open it up, well, for discussion and or is a motion to approve so that we can move this on to the Board of Supervisors for their approval. Supervisor Conover first, and then Supervisor Thomas. Yeah, Supervisor Conover.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the changes that have been made are excellent. I think it's a coherent policy. Anything can be improved upon. If we need to improve upon it or expand upon it going forward, we can. But I think it fills the bill in terms of having what we need to have to make sure that that information that exists on our computers is protected. This is particularly true for certain information that is protected by law. It could be court ordered protections. It could be HIPAA. It could be personal information. It could be anything dealing with the social service department. They deal with children or it could involve information that exists that could identify investigators or anything else. So I think that it's good policy, and I think it's pretty clear, very straightforward.
Okay, thank
I
you.
would recommend adoption. But again, that doesn't mean that any ideas that people have relative to anything dealing with information that we can't consider, we can consider it at any time.
Okay,
This was something that's been almost 2 years now in the making, so it's certainly taken long enough to get here.
yes, it has. I agree. Supervisor Thomas.
I agree. I think, we're in a good place, at least time being, what happen in the future. Whatever happens in the future will have to be addressed in the future.
Yes.
Now we need a policy to address today.
Okay, is any further discussion? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve. What?
We have a motion.
Right. Oh, okay, good. Any further discussion? And this is to send this on to the Board of Supervisors for their consideration at the March meeting. All right, let's have a vote. All those in favor of the Warren County computer usage policy is put before this committee today, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Passes unanimously. All right, next, FOIL policy and a FOIL officer. I think county council had asked that once we approve the computer usage policy, it would give the legal department an opportunity to work on drafting a FOIL policy that would be in accord with the computer usage policy. So if it's okay with the committee to defer the conversation until we have that draft. Okay. Reimbursements to supervisors for non-education related expenses. County administrator and county to draft a listing of official duties. I don't think we've gotten there yet. Have we, County Council Dickey? That you know of?
I am not sure.
And I'm not sure either.
So, no.
So can we defer that?
We can defer that.
Considering, yeah, supervisor,
Don't we need to do 2 and 3 at the top?
I was gonna,
Yeah,
we
let's
missed.
just-
do we do,
2 and 3.
Oh,
2 and 3. All right, I'll get to that. Juneteenth, can we defer that? County attorney to make revisions to the computer usage policy, done. All right, let's go up to the top. Because I told my people I'd be back in the town at 3. All right, so action item number 1, review and approve of Warren County usage policy changes from what it did. 2, draft resolution authorizing and ratifying the actions of Warren County Clerk and appointing members of the Supreme and County Clerk's Office as special clerks. Is there anybody here to speak to that?
There's a draft resolution in there that was prepared by County Attorney. I was told this is something that the county clerk has been doing and that we need to have a resolution that officially authorizes her to do that.
Yeah, I can speak to this.
Yeah.
The county law allows the Board of Supervisors the ability to authorize the appointment of a special court clerk. Right now, the clerk of the Supreme and the county court is the county clerk. The county clerk, however, cannot always be there. So typically, and what most counties do is they appoint the court clerk. It's a little play on words. The court clerk right now that's appointed by the state as a special court clerk from the county. So not only does the court clerk from the state who's appointed, who's in this case Sheila Kent, you also have to have a representative of the county there as well. So it would make sense since Sheila is able to wear both hats for her to be appointed as a special court clerk. So this board, this committee today would be authorizing the appointment by the county clerk of that individual to represent the county clerk's office in court proceedings.
Questions, thoughts? Supervisor Conover?
This is we're ratifying actions that the county clerk has already taken relative to this matter.
That's correct.
Yes.
But the authority of the appointment lies with the county clerk. In other words, this is kind of a advise and consent kind of thing.
Yeah, yes, the board authorizes the clerk to appoint it. But I believe in this resolution request, it does appoint Sheila Kent and her staff as special court clerks, Scott Fitzsimmons, Lisa Rayleigh, and Ingrid Edwards.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at the effective date. The third sentence from the bottom. Want to make sure that's the correct date. They're going to ratify back to a point in time. Is that the point in time?
Yes, is affected for the county clerk's term of office.
Okay.
So once the election has been held and the following term, you'd have to re-authorize.
Now I understand.
Further discussion? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve authorizing and ratifying the actions of Warren County Clerk and appointing members of the Supreme and County Clerk's Office as special court clerks. Motion made by Supervisor Conover, seconded by Supervisor Thomas. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Passed unanimously. Item 3 under 4, Action agenda, new business items, amend resolution number 338 of 2020, approving the Warren County policy against discrimination and harassment, which replaces the Warren County plan and program on workplace harassment. County Council, Dickey, can you elaborate?
So the modifications to the Warren County policy against discrimination and harassment seeks to delete last two works of the first sentence, section 1A, or visitors, and add language stating section 1A definition of employees to clarify that a member of the general public is not an employee under the current policy, and to add language to section 4A2, which clarifies that only employees shall be permitted to file complaints.
Hmm,
That's all.
how about previous employees? With previous employees, I mean, they have up to 2 years to file by New York State law, so. Does this resolution inadvertently prohibit them? And I think that'd be a violation of state law if it did. Well. I don't know if the committee wants to deliberate on this and just have further consideration or act on this today. There's probably no immediacy to doing this. If you want to give it more thoughtful deliberation, that would be understood.
I would like to think about this a little bit more. I'd like to have a chance to talk to Larry when he's back. Yeah.
I can't give you an answer on your question today, but I will be able to speak with Larry and research more. If you choose to go to the full board on it, we can provide that information before the March 17th meeting, or in the alternative, we can provide the information to this committee again.
Well, I have some questions about the ramifications of changing it in the way that we're doing. I want to consider it a little bit more. It appears what the committee wants to do too, so we'll defer this. Can we put this as an agenda item on the next government ops? All right. Anything else? Is there anything else? Anything else for the good of the order? Supervisor Conover?
Nothing else.
Motion.
A motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Supervisor Conover, seconded by Supervisor Frazier. All those in favor of